I'll tell you, when I came into the marriage, I was this little Baptist girl from Ventura County. And you know what? I basically had the faith of a child. And I thought we all told the truth and were honest. And when I found out the lifestyle Larry was leading, and nobody was talking about it, I couldn't understand why. I said, well, wait a minute. He goes on stage and gives a whole fabrication of his life, his deeds, that he has this church he attends, you know, all the way down the list. But it's not true. It's fabrication. Why is he not accountable to someone? That was my beef. He was not accountable. I held my husband accountable. Our pastor held Randy accountable. And I expected Randy to bump it up several notches. Because yes, you're an entertainer. Yes, you're a songwriter, you're a singer, you're a great poet. But you're up on stage, you're representing Christ. So you better bump it up a few notches, you know? Your lifestyle has to be better. You've got to be above reproach. But Larry didn't have to be. Larry didn't have to be. Larry could date somebody else's wife. But, and you know what? It was all about money. It was all about Larry can make problems for Randy. Larry can tell concert promoters things, and Larry's very, very convincing. And to be very honest, Larry was a very good liar, masterful liar. As a matter of fact, Randy told him once that. He told him, he goes, Larry, nobody can lie like you. Nobody. And Larry lit up like a Christmas tree. He said, yeah. Yeah. He was proud of it. You don't get on stage and construct a life that you don't lead, that you built an orphanage in India, that you fund an orphanage in India, that you know all these famous people that you've never met, that Randy had a sister named Emily who died. Randy's parents were so angry because they had people saying, I didn't know you had a little girl. And Randy went to Larry and told him, my parents don't want that out there. And Larry said, no, we have, this was always Larry's answer, we have artistic license. We can say whatever we want. Larry constructed the whole story about Emily. There was no Emily. When I started dating Randy, someone gave me the album with the insert, and I read that, and I thought, that poor family. They had a little girl named Emily, and she died, and how horrible. So we were on a date one night. We were going out to dinner, and I said, Randy, you've never talked about your sister. And he said, what sister? And I said, Emily. He goes, oh, I'm never gonna live that down. And I said, what? Who was Emily? He goes, there's no Emily. That was Larry. Artistic license. I was made aware of how many thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that Larry confiscated, stole, embezzled from Randy. And I didn't understand why legal action wasn't being sought after. And the same thing came up. Randy said, I don't believe I can sue a brother. I don't think I can do that. And I said, but is he a brother in the Lord by doing what he's doing?